Okay, so today I'm going to be redoing trying a 3-course meal in a food hall, because the last time I tried it didn't quite work out. This time though, I'm going to be heading somewhere a little closer. It's a food hall in Barnsley, and hopefully this time it'll be open, because if not, well, I don't even want to think about it. Let's just head to Barnsley. Okay, so through the barriers without any issues. I think I'm on the roll with the barriers. Let's head to my train. Okay, and I've arrived at my platform. Platform 17. This is my train. We're not boarding yet, so let's just hang around until we board.
Welcome aboard this Northern service to Nottingham. The next station stop is Wakefield Kirkgate.
Okay, so all aboard. Let's head to Barnsley.
The next station stop is Barnsley. Mind the gap between the train and the platform edge.
And I've arrived in Barnsley. Train took about half an hour and it was on time. Okay, so the food court that I want to try out today is called Market Kitchen, which I think is located in the Glassworks shopping centre. I've been looking a bit earlier on, it should be pretty close to the train station. In fact, I think I can just see it just up ahead. And it looks like to get to it, I just need to cross the bridge up ahead. It's a bit of a fancy bridge, this one, coming straight out of the train station. Get a good view over the bus station and train station that way. And the Glassworks shopping centre, which is just here. I think the food hall should be just inside. It seems like a bit of a fancy shopping centre, the Glassworks. Check this out. We've got the Christmas tree up, a nice colour scheme and lights. Let's have a look for the Market Kitchen. Okay, so if I'm the Market Kitchen, I think I'm probably going to be in the Barnsley markets. So let's head in and check it out. Okay, I think I found it. Market Kitchen. It's upstairs. And this is it. Market Kitchen. It looks absolutely packed and it's pretty early in the morning. Apparently I think they're seating for about 500 people. Let's have a look around and see what vendors they have. So I think this first one is a dessert place called Dolly's, serving milkshakes, waffles, crepes, ice creams. think this might be a good place to come for dessert. But moving on, we have Hilton's Cafe and what's that? Paul's Cafe and someone else's cafe, Kay's Cafe. And it looks like all of these three places are serving the traditional British foods like a full English breakfast, pies, mash, ham and cheese sandwiches, teas, coffees, toast, chip butties. Pretty popular. And I think this one serves apple pie and custard, which might be an option for dessert. And then we have this place called Raja Foods, Master of Kitchen. Looks like it's not open just yet. Maybe open a bit later on. We've got a place here called Buds. I'm guessing jacket potatoes. This next place is called Nero Artisan Pizza. So it looks like a pizza place, and it also sells pizza dessert. A Nutella, pistachio, banana, strawberry topped with white chocolate sauce and whipped cream. Sounds pretty good. And then next up is Nida's Thai Cafe. We have a Turkish kitchen, Meze. And then lastly on this side, Poutine. So it looks like maybe Canadian food. And then Jabba, which looks like a Greek place. But that is the market kitchen. It's a bit more quiet on this side, but apparently, like I said earlier on, you have seating for about 500 people and loads of food vendors. So I think what I'm going to do is have a look around, get a starter from one place, a main from another, and a dessert from a third. Okay, so I've ordered from a couple of places. I got a starter and a main. I'm going to get the dessert a bit later on, but this looks and smells delicious. Let me give you a closer look at what I got for starter and main. Okay, so for starter, I went to a place called Nida's Thai Kitchen and got spring rolls with a sweet chili dip. I don't think you can go wrong with spring rolls for a starter, so that's why I got it. For my main, I went to a place called Meze Turkish Kitchen and got the Meze Special, which is a mixture of different grilled meats. Get a pita bread with rice, a dip and a salad, and that looks amazing. So let's try it out. Right, okay, let's start off with the starter and the spring rolls. Now check these out. You get 4 in a portion. They feel really crispy. They're a nice golden brown colour. Let's go for a bite and see what it's like. Okay, so that is a tasty spring roll. Really crispy on the outside. You get a good crunch when you bite into it. A nice sort of crispy, oily flavour. On the inside, you have some veg, I think some carrots, some cabbage, some rice noodles too. But it's delicious. Now this does come with a sweet chili dip, so I think it'd be rude not to dip it in. So let's go in for a crispy spring roll dipped in sweet chili dip. Here we go. Now that, I think, is going to be the ultimate bite of this spring roll. Here it goes. So this sweet chili dip is really, really tasty. So it's a little bit sweet, it's also a little bit sour, and then you get a bit of a spicy kick too. But I think it goes perfectly well and cuts through the sort of oily fattiness of the deep fried spring roll. So this is, I think, a perfect starter. Okay, so next up we have the main. Now check that out. This meze special platter of different meats looks absolutely delicious. Got a big selection. I don't think I can remember everything, but let me go through exactly what there is. So you get some grilled chicken in there, you get some beef, Turkish sausage, some chicken wings. It's served with rice and pita bread with salad and a yogurty dip. This looks incredible. Let's try it out. I mean, I don't even know where to start with this one, but let's just go in for some of this. I think this is grilled chicken. Now check that out. Really, really good colour on that. It feels soft and succulent. I think it's probably going to be marinated and seasoned. Let's go in for a bite of this. Okay, yeah, so that chicken has some good flavour on the outside. You get a nice charring there, so you taste a bit of that flavour, but it's definitely spiced. Maybe some cumin in there. Maybe a little bit spicy as well, but the chicken maybe slightly on the dry side on the inside, but I think this is where this dip comes in. So I think it was called a sisig dip. Not sure how you pronounce it, but I think this is going to go perfectly with this grilled chicken. Here it goes. So this dip is fantastic. So it's like a yogurty dip. So it's kind of a little maybe cheesy too. So a kind of cheesy yogurty dip. And then when you dip in that grilled chicken, it really cuts through the fattiness and balances out the bite. It's a good dip. Let's move on next to, I think this is going to be the grilled beef. So I think this is done on a kebab, just like the chicken. You can see the colour on there and the spices. It kind of looks like maybe it's minced, but let's try it out and see what it tastes like. Okay, so you definitely get a beef flavour from that, and it's not actually minced meat, it's a whole chunk of beef, but again, really nicely spiced, not overly done. You just get a hint of the spice flavour, but you get the flavour of the beef, nice charring. It's tasty. Let's go for a dip in this yogurty cheesy sauce with the beef. Here it goes. That is going to be a good bite. It does come with some rice, so I think we've got to try some of that out as well. Again, this is going to be nicely spiced and dropping it everywhere. Let's go for a bite of this. So that rice is really soft and fragrant, so it's a little different to other rices that I've had, because this is kind of more like round in shape, but really soft and fluffy. You can taste again the herbs in there. Really nice rice. Let's try some of the pita bread that you get with it. Check that out. A nice big piece. You get two halves. A nice charring on there as well. Got some of the meat juices and oil that have dripped down onto the pita because this was at the bottom. Let's try this out. Okay, so that is one tasty pita bread. So you get a crunch when you bite to the outside. The inside is soft, and because it was sitting at the bottom of all the meats, all the meat juices have dripped down onto the pita bread. So it's a grilled meat covered juice pita bread. Okay, next up, let's go in for, it's Turkish sausage, it said on the menu. Again, grilled, Slightly different colour to the other meats. I'm not sure if this is going to be, what is it going to be? Is it going to be pork, beef, lamb? Not too sure. Let's try it and see. Okay, yeah, so this is a lamb sausage. So it's a little bit of a reddish colour. You can definitely taste the lamb flavour in there. And this has a bit more of a kick than the other two meats. It's a little spicy. And again, I think you need to dip it in this yogurt cheesy sort of dip, which is going to cut through the spice. So here we go, Turkish sausage dipped in the yogurt dip. And then the last meat on this meze special is the chicken wings. Now check those out. Again, I think they're grilled, nicely spiced, good charring on there. Let's go in for a bite. You know what? I think that might be the best meat out of all the ones that I've tried so far. The chicken is really, really soft, really succulent. The skin on the outside has a bit of a slight sort of crunch when you bite into it from the charring, but that is some soft and succulent tasting chicken. Now with a meat platter like this, I think you've got to try some combo bites. But first, just to refresh the palate, let's try out some of this salad. It looks like it's red cabbage, bit of lettuce, some sort of other salad leaves, and they've got a dressing on it. Again, this is nice and fresh, and yet it really does cut through the meatiness and fattiness of the grilled meats. Okay, so first combo I'm going to do is the grilled chicken with rice in the yogurt dip. Have a look at that. This is going to be special. This yogurt dip really, really does bring the whole thing together. Every bite needs to be dipped in it. Okay, so next up, let's go in for a bit of the beef on the pita bread dipped in the yogurt. Now this, again, I think each bite is getting better and better. Let's try this one. So that bite was incredible. The pita bread really, really is delicious, and it's just soaked up all the meat juice, which makes it even better. And then with the beefy spice flavour of the meat, really, really delicious. And then for the ultimate bite, I can barely fit all the meats onto the fork there. You've got the beef, the chicken, the lamb, and it's going to go for sure in this yogurt dip. Here it goes. You know what, I think this might be one of the best meals I've had for a while. The combination of the flavours, the textures, the bread, the meat, the salad, the carbs, really, really, really nice. I have absolutely demolished this meal, and as I come on to my last few bites, let's finish this up and I'll get some dessert. Hiya.
Number 5?
Yeah.
Thank you.
There you go, thank you. And I have my dessert, and check this out. I went for an apple pie with custard. Let me give you a closer look at this. And this is it. I ended up with a hot apple pie with custard from a place called Kay's Cafe, which did a pretty good deal on this. So it's a very good price. I'll reveal it later on, but first let's try it out. Okay, so here it goes. Let's get a good first bite of it. Now check that out. It's steaming hot. I don't know if you can see the steam coming off, but you can see the apple in there. You can see the pastry. There's only a tiny bit of custard on this pie, but let's see what it tastes like. Okay, so that is a comforting bite of food. So you bite into it, it's soft, really hot. The apple is sort of slightly sweet, but slightly sour as well. And you get that fruity freshness. The pastry is a little soft as well, a little mushy. And then you get a slight sweetness from the custard. Really nice apple pie, really comforting. Now let's go in for a bite of the crust with a lot of custard, covered in custard. Here it goes. Okay, so I think the more custard you have, the more comforting the bite is, because it just adds that vanilla-y sweet, comforting flavour. So the more custard you can get on a bite, I think the better. I think this has got to be the perfect ending to my 3-course meal here at the Market Kitchen in the Glassworks. What a great meal that was. Everything was delicious, from the starter to the main and dessert, and a decent price too, I thought, which I'll reveal in just a second. But first, I've got a train to catch. Okay, so my train is on platform 2 in about 20 minutes, which is just over this bridge. Right, and I've made it on board. Let's head back to Leeds. And I've made it back to Leeds. Let's head through the barriers and I'll give you a breakdown of the cost I've spent today. Okay, let me break down the cost of my 3-course meal. So, my spring roll starter cost £5.95. The Turkish meze meat platter was £15.95. And the apple pie dessert with custard was £3.75. So altogether, just over £25. Which I don't think is too bad for all that food. And it was delicious. But comment down below what you think. And then the cost of my return train ticket was £11.20. So all in all, not too bad a spend for the day. Okay, if you like the video and want to see more, click on the thumbs up icon below and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.